Welcome to the Cuz&Co podcast, where stories find their voice, hearts open up, and laughter fills the room. Welcome back to another episode of Cuz&Co
Welcome, guys.
with Leroy and myself, Keanan.
Thank you so much for the likes and thank you so much for the following.
Yeah,
And if you missed the previous episode, you can get it always on YouTube and on Spotify.
and on Spotify.
Mhm.
So, we left off learning about Leroy's life growing up in his bubble. And today's episode, we want to talk a bit about life outside
The bubble.
the bubble.
Yes. And we have obviously different bubbles. You have your bubble that you grew up in.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have different bubbles. But I think today we can like maybe go deep into, or not rather deep into like explaining like what is my experience outside of the bubble.
Yeah. So I grew up in a bit of a different bubble, a little bit more of a sheltered bubble.
Mhm.
Grew up in KZN, not much going on.
Yeah.
Very optimistic, had great parents,
Yes.
great upbringing. A little bit too much freedom though.
You think so?
I
Why?
think so. Uh, you know, I think there's a big contrast
Okay.
because I have friends and family members who grew up very protected,
Yeah.
and once they experienced the freedom,
Yes.
they sort of ran with it and went a bit too far into that
Like
freedom.
they lost their minds basically. But is it because they were in a strict environment? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think too strict obviously isn't.
So they wanted to explore because like, why can't I do this?
Yeah, and I think they rebelled.
Okay.
quite with it.
Okay.
Where I was on the opposite end.
Yeah.
I had a lot of freedom, but not enough structure,
Mm-hmm.
and I I was very optimistic,
Mm-hmm.
and I believed I could accomplish anything, which led me to having shiny object syndrome.
Okay.
So
What does that mean?
So like I see the next big thing
Mm-hmm.
and I chase after that. Then I'd see another big thing and I chase after
So you'll
that.
be like all over the show.
All over the show. Which
Okay.
like now I've done the Enneagram test.
Yeah.
Which some of you might know, some of you might not know. There's a free one
You
online.
can always put in a link as well.
You can put it in the link as well.
If you guys want to check out.
It's very
What is the Enneagram? Sorry. Can you just explain to our
So if you know about like Myers-Briggs,
okay.
where you have your INTJ and whatever. So this is sort of similar. There's like, I think it's like a ranking of different personality types
Okay.
and your different desires.
Why you operate in a certain way?
Why you, yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I'm an Enneagram type 7
Oh, same.
and Lyra as well. So that's where that comes from. We like see something and we run with it. We're like, yo, that's an awesome idea.
Very ambitious.
And we're very excited.
Yeah.
And we push with it. And then after that feeling of excitement goes away,
You're like, ah.
we like,
And also, I think like one of the personality types in type 7, I think you can relate to this. We like a kid in a candy store.
yes,
Like everything excites us. And also like for me personally, I feel that I don't like dealing with sadness. I always want to be happy. So you always avoid the sad part.
that's actually a deep thing though, because I hate being sad in public.
Yes.
Like I would leave that to my quiet times and deal with it.
Like people might say the happy kid and all of that. I think I'm the same.
Yeah, but I think that's a big problem in the world,
Okay.
especially around men
Men,
and men's
mental
health.
Yes, I agree.
Because we have like this view on like you need to be strong
100%.
all the time. You need to like, you know.
You know what I was thinking the other day, Keanan? In fact, yesterday I was thinking that, like, especially with the type 7, especially let me speak from my perspective, is that you said like we don't like dealing with sadness and all this stuff, but sometimes I think as people we should check up on the funny guy. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Like I think I need to check up on you. Like I'm not saying you're not allowed to be happy. I'm not saying like you said like you'll be on your own. But the problem is like when you like do with your stuff in private, that's the dangerous part. It's like where the mental health comes in, and then tomorrow you hear, God forbid, something happened to Keanan.
Yeah, I think COVID messed a lot of people up. A lot of people ended up isolating,
Yes.
and people nowadays don't want much to do with other people.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
sad. And I think we need to bring it back. Like most people interact on social media and
Yes.
YouTube,
Scrolling, doom scrolling. It's
doom
Yeah,
scrolling.
doom scrolling.
Yeah. But we need to bring it back and check in on your friends.
Let's have conversations.
Yeah, have conversations.
And it doesn't always, I don't think it always has, it doesn't have to be deep, bruh. Like, as I think it's just like check up, go for coffee, eat a few golf balls. Can you imagine? I also started playing golf, like, I think 2, 3 years ago. But my handicap is horrible, but anyway, don't ask me what my handicap. But I'm saying, like, check up on each other. Like, I think especially with the whole thing of mental health for men, like sometimes as guys, we've, like, I think you said it, we want to be macho. Like, I've got it sorted.
Yeah, so I think that mindset, like, we really need to work on it. And growing up, that's the mindset that people grew up with.
Yep.
I think now we're starting to challenge it a bit more as a
Yes, yes,
community.
yes.
So, for you growing up, how was it? Like,
For me growing up, I think it was for me. I don't think it was challenging because I felt that my parents were like very chilled parents. They did a good. I think they did a good job. They did to it's like someone told me this thing once that I'm sorry, my parents aren't bad parents. Like no one has a person. I don't think I had a bad parent, but your parents can't do everything for you. If I'm making sense, so you need some people that will give you like advice when it comes to finance, like your mom and your dad or whoever raised you rather can't be that person that gives you all the tools to survive in life. It's like I said also to you a while back, some people are there for a season, reason, and a lifetime. So every person in your life, whether it's myself to Keanan, whether it's your brother that gives you advice, whether it's your mom that gives you like relationship advice. But I think for me, growing up in a bubble afterwards, when I obviously got out of my bubble mindset, is that I've realized that every human being has a part in your life. Yeah, they like as an input in your life. Yeah. Like I would have never imagined myself finishing up something. Yeah, I obviously started something, but I was always like all over the show, like
you didn't have that mindset of finish.
of years of following
You said
through.
you wanted to be a taxi
A
driver.
taxi driver, yes.
Yeah.
And then obviously like I was okay with that, But then when I started surrounding myself with other people, they're like, so what interests you? Like, what do you like doing? I'm like, okay, I enjoy sketching. My sketching isn't that great, but yeah.
A little sketchy.
It's a little sketchy. That's a good one. And for example, like I said in the previous episode, I got my qualification in UX. I'm a UI UX designer by profession. I got my degree in UI.
If you guys need any design work,
check me out. But anyways, I could for the first month I felt like okay, if I can do this, I can do anything. And obviously like you should I normalized or I started realizing that it's okay for you to have challenges when you are busy doing something. It doesn't mean you should give up. And it's okay to fail. Like it's like I think Denzel Washington said it once, when you fall in life, fall forward so you can see where you're going to.
That's a big lesson.
Yeah.
To learn early on. Eh?
Yes, yes, yes.
Especially like you said last week, jumping out of the plane, unexpected. The best way to start to improve is start falling forward.
Yes.
Learning from the failures.
So you can see where you're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are for me, I have a question for you, Keanan. Like obviously growing up as a child, you see you grew up in KZN with your parents and all that stuff. And would you have changed anything in your life if you what would you tell your younger self?
I think that question, my younger self wouldn't listen to me. But
you stop it because you know yourself. Because I felt like someone told you before. You like this is
what's this I'm talking about?
Especially your brother, you say.
Yeah, so my brother would tell me stuff and I'd be like, "Ah, what did
This
he say?"
guy. Okay.
But I wish I listened to it then. I think it's your father-in-law, your brother-in-law.
Yes, yes.
Told me that he was the type of his father.
Yes,
Was
yes,
the type of man who just listened to his elders.
Yeah.
That's why he got to
Where
where he is
Yeah.
in life. And I think I would tell him to listen to those who have gone through what you've gone through and to try things, even if it doesn't align with your temporary goals.
Yeah.
Because I think my goals changed from the time I was 13 to the time I was 16
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
time I was 20. It was a
Two,
constant
2 or 3 years ago, your goals changed. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
It's a constant thing. Sorry.
it's a constant thing.
Yes, yes.
And now I I, I would just try things. I'll tell him to just do it.
Yes.
Even if it's outside of your goal, experience different things in life. And I've developed quite a wide range of skills.
Yeah.
Like obviously we play in the band together.
That's a skill.
I'm a bit technical, so I do software engineering
Engineering. Yes. Wow.
and podcasts, apparently.
Apparently, let's see where it goes. The thing is, also, I
Yeah.
have another question for you. Do you think that I don't mean to take a question, but I think you'll be honest. Do you think that our parents, like let's say our parents, yeah, put us under some pressure that they have to become something in order to become like successful? Did you feel any pressure from your parents growing up?
So not not really actually.
Okay,
So my mom would say, do what's achievable,
nice.
and then you can do whatever else you want to
Yes.
do. But I sort of rebelled against that,
Okay.
and I wanted to reach for the stars. So yeah, I think it's a perspective. What
So you
about
never
you?
like you never felt pressure because I've encountered a few people our age where they're like the parents are putting them under pressure, man. You have to become like something because my dad and my mom said so. I'm like,
To be a
why?
doctor.
A doctor, like that's the success. Doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, like all this inverted commas smart careers. Like becoming a musician is not a good thing, or a soccer player. I'm thinking like this soccer players like Messi, Ronaldo, or tennis players who like I think whatever you put your energy into, you can make a success out of it. I'm not saying that you should not have a plan. You should have a plan, but I think that don't limit yourself to be like, I need to do the following in order for me to become successful. Because sometimes I feel like, and I'm speaking out of correction. Like I feel like sometimes you will go into a career path because someone told you, and then when you end up finishing it up, you're not happy.
So my mom has a nail technician
Okay.
whose parents told her that she has to study. I think it was to be a pharmacist.
Mhm.
And she didn't want to be a pharmacist, so she just did it and she completed it. And afterwards, she then went on to study to be a nail tech, which is what she wanted to do.
And that's like, okay, what do you want me for?
But I think what happened in that was it developed a finishing mindset
Yeah, yeah.
for it to just say, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Mm.
And she finished it and then she came back and did what she wanted to do at the end of it. Um I think it's different people react to different situations.
Yeah.
Like I know some people who have lost like parents and one side of it they they rised up to the occasion and the other side struggled with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Side note, I always thought when I was younger that a pharmacist is someone that has a farm.
makes sense. Farm.
Pharmacist.
Or they assist on the
I
farm.
don't farm, pharmacist. Yeah. So yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it's I think from my side, I really am grateful for how I was raised. Obviously, like it had its challenges. How I grew up and my mind was obviously different in this way of like how in the setting that I grew up basically. But I have another question. We have a lot of questions. You
Okay.
guys ready for this? Okay.
It's giving me the tough questions
No,
today.
no, no, no. Don't give me any tough questions. Are you happy where you are today?
No.
Why?
I I think I'm in a mindset now where I don't ever want to be happy. I've just gone through a season in my life where I was complacent in
Okay.
something,
Okay.
and I don't want to be happy where I'm at. I want to constantly be chasing improvement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not happy where I'm at right now. And yourself?
I think I have. So I'm happy, but I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied.
You're not satisfied.
Yes, and I'm not being ungrateful for where I am today.
I think that's important.
Yes.
So be grateful for
Yeah. So
the
it's
things
like
we have.
it's like it's the aim is not to aim for perfection, but for excellence. So I think I am grateful and happy where I am, but I'm not satisfied for where I'm going to make sense of where I am now right now.
You said excellence. That's a tricky thing for me
Yeah.
because I feel like growing up, I always wanted to be perfect at stuff.
Mm.
Not exactly sure where it came from,
Yes.
but that desire to want to be perfect in these things led me to not even try some things.
Yes.
Because if I wasn't going to be perfect, what's the point of even trying? So how would you say like someone could combat that?
With the whole thing of like not about reaching for perfection.
Yeah. Is it okay to not be perfect?
It's okay.
Where's the line to just do something?
I think so. There's nothing like perfection for me personally. I think each and everyone is on his or her own journey. Um, the problem is like growing up where the line is like when you start comparing yourself with someone else. So when I start comparing myself with Keanan, like okay, if I can just do like what Keanan is doing, I'll be happy, and that's like perfection. Or like let's say A is like a motivational speaker or like a successful person. Like if I can become that person, I'll be happy. But I said to you like even like when it comes to career paths where you like honestly you're like let's say you search on Google what are the top careers that I need to search for to become successful.
And I used to do that with my
Yeah,
finger.
like when it's like doctor or let's say YouTuber, let's say you need to become like a vlogger.
Back then it was petroleum engineer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you must go work at BP or something. But I'm just saying, like, so whatever works for someone else doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. Because once you let's say you wanna become like what you Google and like okay, I'm gonna go study this, and then you end up hating it.
Hmm. So I think that's where purpose comes into play.
Okay.
When did you realize after everything happened and you broke away, you're on a healing journey?
Yes.
At what stage did you realize your purpose? Have you realized it?
I have realized my purpose. When I started surrounding myself with community, and I'm always gonna like hammer on this whole community thing because I feel like when you around a community, you can bounce off your ideas, you can bounce off your fears. You can obviously have a conversation with people, and I was like, but listen, I was just like say like, listen, this is where I am. Um, what do you guys think? So how I found my purpose was obviously by you said it, just do it, like try things out, and if it fails, it's okay, go to the next thing. Because I feel like growing up, you were like you had this mindset like I can't make a mistake, but our parents also made mistakes, and I don't think some parents will actually like admit that.
Would you raise you have a son now?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you raise your son the way your parents raised you?
No,
Was
they did a good job, but no, right? I feel that some things they could have done different, but I think they did do what's
we're all not
best for me.
perfect.
Yeah. So I think they felt that what they did for me was what was best for me. Some things I think
You turned out alright.
yeah, I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I think like so for me, why I said no because life has evolved and like technologies. There's now, for example, technology. There's technology. There's everything has changed and evolved. So you can't have the same thing that worked for you back in the days. You can't apply to today.
It's different
You can have the
situation.
foundation of like how your parents raised you, but I think there's certain things you can't do in today's life.
Yeah, I think
Like social media wasn't a big thing back in the days with my parents.
yeah, so how do they navigate stuff like that?
You understand? Like now
Yeah.
you have like you've got tools on devices, and obviously like you I won't give my son a phone from a very young age. I'll limit his screen time. That's the thing. Screen time. It's like I was laughing the other day. Someone said to me like, it's too young for your child to be in front of a TV. I'm like, huh?
Like the 6-7 thing that's going
I
around.
saw the 6-7.
Oh,
Yeah, so stuff like that. So I think we need to like how as a parent we need to be updated like software.
Yeah,
So it's like I said this to a person a while back, like he said,
to adapt.
yes, he's a designer and all this stuff. I'm like, it's fine. Like it's like no, I've been a designer for over 20 years and 30 years. I'm like, it's like a computer. You can be like, no, this computer is 50 years old, but is your software updated? So as a parent, you need to make sure your software is updated for today.
Constantly learning and
Yes.
improving.
Like stay updated with today's life.
That is important. So it's a very different life that we live in
Yes.
right now as opposed to back then.
So I would be strict, but it will be like I'll be easy. I want my child to
Approachable.
be approachable, yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes I was afraid to like approach my dad. My dad was strict, like it was his way or the highway. But I feel like I'm not saying that my son should become my best friend, but he can rely on me. Or he can depend on me,
He can trust you.
100%.
So growing up, you experienced time where somebody you trusted let you down
Mm-hmm.
and that broke. How did you grow from that? And how did you learn to trust people after experiencing that?
How I trusted people after that whole experience was always with time, like healing takes time, and I let go of the hurt. Um, and I started surrounding myself again. I'm gonna say community around people again because the thing is, I think one of the things that we have to realize as human beings is that we need to be always human beings are were created or designed to be around people, and people have always
Very relational.
yes, and there's a lot of obviously like people we were made out of emotions. I mean, it's like we human beings have emotions, and we always hurt each other.
Yeah,
So I've accepted that, like, I've accepted that I will get hurt in the future again, but it's how I deal with it this time.
heard a saying recently that trust is lost in buckets and built in drops.
Mm.
So you said about time. I think that's important
Yeah.
because, like, funny story. I recently just moved into a new space, and Leroy was like, "Yo, come move here, cuz it's a lifestyle." 1 week in to moving into this space, the lights went out.
For 1 or 2 days, right?
2 days.
Yeah.
It was back on for a day,
Mm-hmm.
and then went off again. Oh, back on for 2 days.
Yes.
Went off for another 2 days, and then after that, 2 days later, the water went out, and I was like, "Yo, this is not the lifestyle that
It's
I've
like
come."
I said to my neighbor one day, I'm like, I moved out of the car seat, but the car seat hasn't left me.
But
I'm still in the car seat.
but so why I spoke about that is when the water was out, we didn't have any water, obviously.
Yes.
And it was coming in drops.
Yes.
So I had to stand there with my cup and wait for the drops to fill up that cup so I
Yeah.
could brush my teeth. But it took time, obviously, until I had
that's
enough to clean and like
Yes, and I think that's how healing works. Like it takes time. It might take 20 years for me. It might take 5 years for you, or 2 months. We're all on a different healing journey, and but the aim is for you to always be exposed to people. Because when you're in isolation, healing won't happen.
but also the right people.
The right people.
Like everyone's heard of that saying, like, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yes.
And I would brush over it, but now I'm trying to be very intentional.
Yeah.
With the people I'm surrounding myself
Yes.
with, because I can see that like I know where I want to go, and I'm trying to find people who will help propel me to get there faster.
Yes. Like even my way of thinking has changed after like I met other people, a new community, or yeah, other people. Is that sounds so funny? I even started traveling. Like in the past, I didn't even have them I never had the mind to travel.
That you could travel and go.
Yes, the only place I ever went to was KZN. I went to obviously Cape Town, like in South Africa. But like last year, I traveled to Europe and I went, instead of Terminal B, I went to Terminal A. For the first, not for the first time, I've been in Terminal A.
A Kasi boy going to Terminal A.
Kasi boy going to Terminal A. And like I remember like standing in the line and I asked myself like, would you have ever imagined yourself getting here? But how I got there was obviously like surrounding myself with people that had studied before.
And they said you can do it.
You can do it. And then I was like, okay, so how do you do this? Like, can you show me like how to do this? And obviously my wife has been traveling before that for when she was younger, but I've never traveled. The only time I've traveled in holidays, June holidays, was to another kasi. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
To my aunt's house. So I think I agree with like your surroundings. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. And it might sound so silly, but in order for me to have a mindset of being able to finish things, be able to like I want to get over hurt by dealing with hurt in a better way, was by surrounding myself with people that has maybe been through something similar. Like let's say you're like it's okay, you're like you'll be fine. Like it's not that deep. I always say that. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Well, it depends on context.
Yeah.
But so things take time.
Yes.
But what if you have something that you want to achieve? Do you think that the failures that we've experienced, do you think we could have avoided some of them?
Yes and no. We could have avoided them if we had a wise counsel. No, if you didn't have a wise counsel that you would have, because someone would have not.
Sometimes you have to experience it on.
And someone maybe I didn't have maybe someone in my circle or my corner like, listen here, like don't do that.
It's funny, a friend of ours, I'm sure you wouldn't mind us saying.
Yeah.
So his son, his mom was cooking and his son got up to the stove and he told him, "Don't touch that plate. It's hot."
Yes.
He said, "Okay." Hop down. Hops back up. His son again, "Don't touch that stove. It's hot."
Yes.
He says, "Okay." Gets back down, hops back up. Then our friend goes to the room. Next thing he hears his son screaming, "Ah!" He had to experience
Himself first.
why was it hot?
Yes. Because they even told me it's hard, but I think that's how life is. Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening to our podcast this week. But the thing is also like just would like to say is that it will be so nice if we have maybe some of you guys on our podcast where you can maybe give us your story.
Because that's what the co is about.
Yes, that's what the co is about.
We want company to hear people's stories.
100%, 100%. So it's maybe like what your bubble is. It doesn't have to be a bubble, something else that you can speak about on our podcast.
We're glad you guys stayed till the end and
Yes.
listened, and we hope you found it enjoyable.
Yes. And see you guys next week.
Next week.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Guys. Thank you for listening to the Cuz&Co podcast. We hope this conversation reminded you that your story still matters. Catch you next Wednesday. Stay blessed for now.